Aloha. My name is Michaela Maria Garcia Kuluau. I'm 17 years old and I grew up in both Wailua of North Shore and Makaha on the west side of Oahu. Right now, I'm a sophomore at Waianae High School and I'm on track to graduate in May 2027. Thank you for taking the time to hear a little bit about me today. When people ask what I love to do the most, it's hard for me to choose just one thing. Music, drawing, and crocheting all bring me peace in different ways. It really depends on my mood, but I'd say each of them is like a piece of who I am. Music became a part of my life because of my older sister Leah. She was in band during her intermediate year, and when she bring home instruments, out of curiosity, I'd play around with them. And although that was sort of against the rules, she didn't care at the moment. Anyways, I didn't realize it back then, but 4 years later, as I went through band the same way she did, that curiosity turned into a love for sound, rhythm, and expression. As for drawing, I can actually trace it all the way back to kindergarten at Walu Elementary. My current teacher, Miss Hall, had us each make a page for a class book, which was given to our parents. I don't remember what I drew, but I do have the book, and I just really loved how natural it felt. Like it wasn't about putting lines on paper, it was about sharing what was in my head, like a normal kid. Anyways, what I love about all these things is that they're forms of expression. Music helps me let out emotions I don't know how to say, while drawing lets me show people what I'm thinking. Crocheting gives me a quiet sense of peace and pride, especially when I finish something that took time and effort. Like, crocheting isn't easy, guys. It takes like hours and maybe even days. When I'm doing any of these things, I feel free. I feel calm, sometimes emotional, but in a good way. It feels like I'm doing something real, something that reminds me of who I am, even when I'm still figuring that out. Because in reality, I think we all are. And if you already know what you want to do, then good for you. Based on the things I love, I've thought about a few career paths I might follow. One idea, one idea is to become a music therapist or a band instructor, using music to help people heal or grow. Another is to start a crocheting business, selling handmade pieces online, like maybe on Etsy or Amazon or Temu. But the last thing that stands out the most to me is becoming an illustrator or a concept artist. I love the ideas of bringing characters, emotions, and entire worlds to life through drawing, especially if it connects with music or storytelling. It's creative, personal, and full of possibilities. The average salary for a concept artist or illustrator in the US is usually between 50,000 and 90,000 a year. Of course, it depends on where you work and how much experience you have, but some artists freelance while others work for studios or companies. One thing I like about this career is the flexibility. It can be stressful when there's deadlines, but a lot of artists set their own schedules or work from home, which I want to do. And if I manage my time well, I could still make space for myself and the things that keep me grounded. Education and skills. To become an illustrator or concept artist, there are a few skills I'd need to develop. One being strong drawing and design skills, two being creativity and imagination, and three being the ability to tell stories through visuals, aka art. Schooling would definitely help me grow those skills. I like to get a bachelor's degree in something like illustration, animation, or digital arts. Some good schools for that include the Savannah College of Arts and Design, also known as SCAD, California College of the Arts, or even UH Manoa, if I want to stay closer to home. UH Manoa would cost around 11,000 a year for in-state students, while schools like SCAD would be over 40,000 a year. So over 4 years, that could add up to anywhere from 44,000 to more than 160,000. But scholarships and financial aid could make a big difference. I don't know if I said the numbers right, but yeah, I'll put the numbers in there. And while I don't need something like a residency, hands on experience will be important. That could mean internships, freelance work, or building a strong portfolio of my art. In creative fields, your portfolio often matters more than your degree alone. In conclusion, to me, doing something creative isn't about talent, it's about passion, growth, and staying connected to who you are. I have to restart that whole paragraph. In conclusion, to me, doing something creative isn't just about talent, it's about passion, growth, and staying connected to who you are. Whether it's music, drawing, or crocheting, these interests have shaped the way I see the world. And I'm excited how they might shape my future too. Thank you for listening. Hey guys, sorry for the change of scenery. There's things going on in the room that I was recording in. But if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach me at my personal Gmail or my school Gmail, either one. It's listed up above. Yeah, have a good day.